Hello everyone and thanks for coming back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at, well, I don't know what we're taking a look at. It's Mobula, a Whoop, a Franken-Whoop. I don't know what to call what I got here, but this is not a ready-to-fly project. It's a project that you would put together yourself, and I should give credit where credit is due. Morgan LR, you see oftentimes on Facebook groups, he has the Kaiju frame, and also Don Johnson from Team Happy Model. He's an FPV pilot as well. They both told me that I needed to take my Mobula 6 and make it into a Mobula 75mm 1S. So it's kind of funny how last year we were looking at 2S, we're increasing ourselves, but now we're going the opposite way. There's not too much to preface on this. I don't have stock props, of course. This is the BWhoop 75 frame or the Mobula 7 V2 frame. I'm not sure it comes in black anymore. I did some looking around before the video and I didn't find any black versions, but they might be out there. But other than that, this is the 0802 15,000 kV versions. I used those motors I wasn't using on my Mobula 6. I put them on here. I've currently got some HQ props, and they fly nice, but they break at the hub. And this isn't the stiffest frame around, so maybe not the best prop choice. Otherwise, everything else is stock, and we've seen it before. But the last thing you're probably wanting to know is, what's the weight difference between a Mobula whatevers and a Mobula 6? So let's take a look. The Mobula 6 on my scale weighs just under 20 grams. And this Whoop weighs just a touch over 21 grams. So there's really two things to look at during this flight, and it's going to be the extreme flight time as well as the performance. And I think the 15,000 kV motors are the right choice for this prop size. In my case, I've got those quad-bladed props. So if you're flying tri-blade props, you might be able to go with a higher kV and still get the long flight time that I'm going to show you here. But at the very least, you know that if you are flying the 15,000 kV and you're flying these props with 4 blades on them, that the flight time that I'm showing you, you'll get at that or around about that. You might fly faster, you might fly slower, you might be heavier on the throttle because you're outside doing aerobatic moves, but this should give you an idea, and that's really what this craze, I think, is about flight time. I hear from many of you and flight time. Yes, I am showing flights with crashes. I haven't actually been flying this combination. I've got 2 of these. One's with FlySky. I haven't been flying them that long. I sat down at lunchtime and decided to record some, and this I thought was kind of the most fun video. You'll hear me talking to myself in the audio that I'm recording on that camera that sits on the table, and I got a chuckle out of it. So I thought, because this isn't necessarily a serious product review, that we have a little fun with it as well. So I'm going to crash a few times in this, and you're going to see a flight time of over 4 minutes, which is really, really rare. I should mention the battery that I'm flying is a GNB 450 milliamp battery, so you could definitely go down to a 350 or even a 300, depending upon what you're needing to do. You could decrease your flight weight even further, increase your possible agility, maybe if you're on a tight track and you're doing some racing, or if that's just the batteries you got. You can run much smaller batteries and you're still going to get good flight time. When I ran the Mobula 6 on those 25,000 kV motors, we didn't see extreme flight time. Of course, that flight was pretty dang fast, but I could get flights somewhere around the 235 or 245 marker. But many of you have those. You can report your flight times down below. And if you've done this, also report your flight times, maybe your motor prop combination, down in the comment section, so others who might be looking to do something similar to this. And I think this is going to be really popular. We may even see a product come out of this. I don't know. It's the Chinese New Year. I don't have any contact with Happy Model right now. Everybody in the East is on a holiday. So we'll see what develops here in the coming days, months, what have you. But I appreciate Morgan and Don looking after me and making a good suggestion, because I do think this is going to be a very popular combination. And if you're looking for parts, just buy a Mobula 6. I've been buying parts. I've got basically the guts to make up 5 of these things now. I've got 6 of the boards. I've got about 8 cameras. I've got various motors that I've been collecting over the last few months. And the board alone is $47. I don't think I've seen it below that. There might be a site, but I haven't seen the board below $47. And then you've got the motors that are, what, $9 a piece. Then you've got the camera that's $19 or thereabouts. And you can buy a Mobula for 80 bucks, 85 bucks, something around there. I just think with the canopy, especially because it is a very light canopy, that is probably something you're going to want to do. So I'll put a link down to the Mobula. I'll link the parts, I guess, if you're really just wanting to buy parts. Maybe you're just needing a spare camera or something. And I've got another video about some of the things I've learned through my experimentation process with the Mobula parts.
Jeez Louise, get it under control, man.
That I'll share in a future video. I'm kind of putting my thoughts together. Yeah, I'm getting real sloppy. It's kind of funny to me. I think my focus is just worn out. I'm going to try to finish out the pack still yet. I did have one flight that went 5 minutes with just boatloads of crashes. So, you know, I was kind of flying it like this, but I was doing lots of crashing. But I also had turtle mode. Turtle mode can be a burden on the battery as well, because, you know, you're flipping those sticks and you're going high throttle to get it to flip over. But so I'll have links down below to the various parts you would need to make up something like this. The BWhoop 75 frame, the Happy Model frame, that's V2, that is the more robust of the two Happy Model original Mobula frames.
Okay, that's enough.
You could also do this with the trash can frame, but I think it's the trash can frame that doesn't accept all props, so you have to be careful there. But that wraps up the flight. You can see there we got 4 minutes and 15 seconds. We could have flown a little bit longer, but I wanted to share this with you, and I wanted to get this out. But I do have one more bit of information that I need to get to you. A little bit of bait and switch on you here. I needed your attention. I apologize. I'm trying to reach out to Huckleberry FPV and Jorrit Hill. You know, we had the Primo 3 giveaway, and those two have won, and I have yet to hear from them. So if you know them, let them know. If you're watching, send me an email. Put the email address you need to send an email to down below. Please reach out to me. I'd like to get your winnings off to you. And then we'll be all set to do that discrete video that will be embedded inside another video in the future. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or otherwise about this Mobula thing, let me know in that section down below. I appreciate your time. And thanks for watching.